Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Speaks. I'm Shannon McLaren, and I am the owner of the Sacramento Healing Tree. You know, I'm going to move that to the Healing Tree. I'm trying to work on just making it the Healing Tree instead of the Sacramento Tree. Anyway, I digress. So, hi and welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Let's see. My normal spiel is why am I doing this? Or what am I doing? Actually, what if I tell you that? So, what this is this is a live stream where you guys get to ask me a question, and I will pull tarot cards for it and speak to my guides if they have anything to chat about. So it's tarot and oracle and guides. That's what we're doing the readings in. And if you would like a reading, all you have to do is just put it in the chat. My lovely assistant, Steph, not my wife, will give me the messages after I'm done doing my spiel. Please only... let's see. So one question per person. You have to be in the chat. So if you're saying like, can you read my best friend's neighbor's dog? No. I need you to be here so I can connect your energy, because the rapid fire is difficult enough than going off to somebody that's not here. If you have a screen name that is Jabberwocky123, please tell me what your real name is so that I can connect to you so I can give you a reading. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, well, I like to give back. I'm hoping that maybe some of the things that I say to you will give you some hope. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, was help people. So, okay. And my normal spiel is please make sure that you hit the notify and the subscribe button below so that you can know when I'm doing this. Also, I announce them on my Facebook page and my Instagram. So if you want to go on to either one of those, it's Sacramento Healing Tree, and so that you can see my little posts about it. Now, okay, so the other thing that I do is I have this little deck that I made with my little squealy thing on it, and this is the my guides through these years have given me cool little sayings, and I put them on the cards, and so I shuffle them for you, and then I give you a message for the week, and I'm throwing in a whole bunch of other stuff, so hopefully I'll have time to get to your questions. Okay, so the message from my guides this week is it's about fear. So they don't want you to give in to fear. Instead of going towards fear, go towards love. If there's something that you're afraid of, I know that there's lots of talk about what's going to happen on the 20th, lots of warnings and all that stuff. I feel like that's a little hyped up, or maybe it wasn't hyped up, but they've done enough preparations. I feel like the fear is worse than what's going to actually happen, but who knows? Anyway, so move towards love. And they want to remind you that fear is a downward spiral, and there's absolutely no good that comes from it. So if you catch yourself being afraid and thinking, what if this happens? What if that happens? If you're going to do that, what if kind of thing, then make sure that you also, what if everything goes wonderful? So then I pulled the card, and like my very first one, it's be kind. So there's a lot of tensions out there for many reasons. And so I want to remind you guys all that we're human. All of us are human. All of us have feelings, and all of us are just trying to be okay. And so if you look at somebody else in the way that you would care for your friends or your family, then just try and be kind. Okay, so now my next thing is I thought that we would be a little fun and do something else. So I'm throwing away my things, making room. Okay, do you guys know what the Zinner cards are? Have you guys seen these before? Okay, has anybody seen like Ghostbusters? I always refer to Ghostbusters. Anyway, so what this is actually it is actually a telepathy test. So there's a circle, there's waves, there's a plus, and there's a star. So what I'm going to do is I am going to shuffle a card, and you guys are all going to guess at what it is. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take in a deep breath and let it all the way out and relax. And just kind of let your mind sort of daydream, drift, kind of, sort of. and I'm going to pick a card, and I'm going to send it to you. So I'm sending out what this card is. Okay, now I've done that. So I want you all to guess what that is. And then in a little bit, I'm going to tell you what the card was. And we'll see who received what that was. Okay? I'm feeling very silly tonight. Now, the other thing that I talked about doing is the chakra bowls. Now, this is the solar plexus, which I've already pinged it into singing. This is the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is, I can't see it, is right here. It's like right here, right? Okay. So, so we have, that's where your solar plexus are. Now, your solar plexus is about your personal power. So when we are feeling hopeless, powerless, that means that it's closed. If you are feeling a little, if you're kind of over the top with your personal power, then that means that your solar plex chakra is a little bit too open. So then we need to balance it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the bowl. And while I'm playing the bowl, I just want you guys to just relax and open up and just listen to it and enjoy the way it sounds. Here, I'm going to move my microphone a little bit closer so that you guys can get a good sound for that. And then after we do the singing bowl, then I will start to take your questions. Okay, so everybody, bowl, everybody, bowl. Now you guys are formally introduced. All right, so take in a deep breath and let it all the way out. And let your shoulders drop. And let your tongue kind of rest on your mouth. Relax, don't press it up against your teeth. Just let your tongue kind of relax. We always forget to relax our tongue. And take in another deep breath. And let it all the way out. And just listen. So now I can let this sing until it's done, but that takes a while because that's why they're called singing bowls. So I'm going to stop that. And then I learned from last week to go put it on the floor because otherwise it just sings all night. Okay, now actually before I get to the questions, so think about your questions. Now, what does everybody think this was? What do you think? I only saw one person put it in there. What does everybody think it is? What's your guess? What's your guess? All right, I'm going to wait because I only saw one person. So, all righty. So, okay. So now we are moving on to the tarot. You know what, Jennifer? She was saying that the cat jumped up. My bowls, so the crystal singing bowls, my animals, they're okay with, they like. But I have a Tibetan singing bowl. It's a crown chakra bowl, and man, they hate that. They cannot stand it. So I'm seeing what your things were. Okay, now everybody. So, all right. So we have a star and wavy lines and triangles, and a couple more stars in a circle. So everybody, so now if you don't get this right, this doesn't mean that like you suck or anything like that. But what it means is that you might be a better sender than a receiver. So here is the card. So if you guess star, you are absolutely right. So now I saw that somebody guessed circle. Now, what I also want to point out that I was learning about, now, the person that picked circle, that was actually the next card. And what I learned is that if you guess the next card, then what you're doing is precognition. So if you got the star, that was the one that I pulled, but the next card was a circle. So pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I'm done having fun. No, I'm not. Okay, so, all right, so lovely assistant Steph, if you could go ahead and pop up the questions, assuming that you guys came to ask questions. Maybe you just came to listen to the bulls. I'm not sure. Could have been both. So I have my oracle cards. I have, and the tarot cards. Oh, look, questions. Okay, so Red Vixen. I don't even know your real name because I already know your real name. So, but you would like a general card. Let me move my tourmaline. I set this little tourmaline on my tarot deck to clear it. Does anybody else set the crystals on your tarot cards? Do you have tarot cards? Anyway, all right. So Red Vixen, general card. All right, so you got the 5, 6, 7. I can get you got the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles is a great card for money, but it also, what this card represents is that what you have planted is growing. So like whatever you started is coming to fruition. And Katie, this does not seem to have to do necessarily with work. This feels like it's something outside of work that you've done. I'm not quite sure where the money comes in, but you have planted something like you want to move towards. This feels more like kind of like a social thing or a friendship thing. So, and I'm not quite sure. The pentacles, I mean, pentacles don't always have to do with money. They have to do with physical planes and stuff like that. So, but this feels like it's got to do with your friendship circle. So, and let's pull your oracle card. Daquan, I told you to be nice, didn't I? To be nice. And your oracle card, Katie, is clouds and shape-shifting. So what I'm actually picking up from this is that you need to kind of go outside of your comfort zone. The shape-shifting, what I'm getting from my guides, that's why I stare off in the corner. In case any of you do not know, that's why I stare off. I'm talking to my guides. What the shape-shifting is, it's what it feels like to me, Katie, is it's about like kind of thinking outside the box. It's taking some risks. That's also something that you can do to open up your solar plexus, is to take risks. Now, I'm not saying do anything crazy, but with the pandemic has definitely made me a little bit more, I don't take as many risks just because, I don't want COVID. But what that happens for me personally is it makes my world a little bit smaller. So what I'm saying with this is to take some risks and step outside. Okay. Hi, Steph. Okay, and Jennifer Orton. She's talking to Steph, not the wife. So my lovely assistant is Steph. My wife is named Steph, and so it gets kind of confusing. But so my wife is Steph with a PH, and my lovely assistant is Steph with an F. So that's why we say Steph, not the wife. Okay, Jennifer, your card is, it's the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles is about holding on tight. Sometimes this can mean control. in case, I don't know, you might have problems with control or something like that. But it also can mean that you're holding tightly onto your money, that you might be worried a little bit too much about money when it doesn't appear that you necessarily need to be worried about money. But what you're doing is just, so you are focusing on money and holding on and saving and kind of thing to distract yourself from an emotional situation that you don't really want to deal with. And your oracle card, I just totally put you on blast out of here. Sorry. Your oracle card. I hope you guys have as much fun as I do. So your oracle card, Jennifer, is a river and movement. So I think I've told this story before about whenever I see this card, it reminds me to let go, which would go right into the the tarot card that pulled up, which is about holding on too much. So this is about letting go and letting the universe guide you and just going with the flow down the river. Okay, I'm talking a lot. Okay, so Chad is the next person. And so Chad and I had a lovely reading. I saw he posted about that earlier. Earlier in the week, I had a reading. That was nice. Because then I get to see everybody's faces. I don't get to see your guys' faces here. So, okay, Chad, let's see what's going on for you. Chad, you got the reversed emperor. So the emperor upright is this guy that understands that he needs to make sacrifices and that he's a leader. So if you look at him, you see his armor. He's ready for battle, but he's got all these royalty plush robes on top of him. But he's also on a concrete throne, which means that he understands that he needs to be ready for war. He needs to be ready for battle, and he needs to make sacrifices because he's on a throne. Now, it's being reversed. You forgot all those things. You forgot that you are a leader. So basically, when I have somebody on my table, what I tell them is, you're a badass and you forgot. So all of these qualities are still there. They're just blocked. Now, my feeling is that it's actually solar plexus stuff. So that bull probably resonated pretty strongly with you. So just remember that you are not powerless and that you are a leader and that you can be that person, and just be kind about it. So let's pull your oracle card. Oh, I should let everybody know that if you hear screaming and yelling, there's a playoff games with the New Orleans Saints, which is my wife's team. So she's down there screaming and yelling. So I think they just did something because she's clapping and yelling. So go Saints. All right, Chad, let's do your oracle card. All right. Dance, celebrate. This to me, actually, I don't think that you really kind of feel like you can't dance. No offense. Sorry if you can. Anyway, but I feel like what this is really actually saying to you is just kind of let go have some fun, just let go. So turn on the music, maybe dance if that's your thing, or find something that you do. Drums. I'm getting drums. So I don't know if you like to play drums or if that's just the kind of dancing that you like with a lot of beat to it. So, okay, Chad. Are there any other questions? Do I need to scroll down? No, I don't. Okay, I'm waiting for my lovely assistant. Oh, hi, Destiny. Okay, so Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I was thinking about you earlier. All right, let's pull a card. So Jennifer would like a general reading. You got the Page of Wands. So now this can be about children or child. I would say children because I know you're a teacher. So this can be about children who are very, very active, who won't sit still for class because it's online. Are you back in school or they won't sit still? So I always equate this card to our grandnephew King, who is, do you guys remember Flintstones and Bam Bam? Like all boy who like destroys everything and doesn't sit still. That's the kind of energy of the Page of Wands. Now, if this is not mentioning, which I think this has got a couple of meanings for you. So I'm thinking that there's some like really active, energetic people in your classroom, but this is also a message about a physical thing. So this can be a message about a positive message about your home or your work. But I'm also getting the feeling that you also need to be a little childish and go out and play. So there's something physically that you need to go do. I'm really catching the vibe of the immaturity of this, and I don't mean like immature, like you're immature, but the playfulness, how children show us how to play, and so there's also that vibe to this card. And let me pull you an oracle card as well. All right, Jennifer. Jennifer, you got Lotus, Flower, and Unfoldment. So I'm really feeling like you need to go play. You need to go have some fun, whatever that is for you. And it's about opening up. I know that you've really been isolated throughout the pandemic for a very, very good cause. So I'm feeling like you need to open up and maybe expand a little bit. Now, I don't know if that means that there's been going to be like vaccinations in your circle so that you can do that. But I feel like and I'm really being drawn to the sun with, which to me is saying hope. So unfold, go out, do things. All right, Nina. Hi, Nina. Why didn't I get the second stimulus question? Why didn't you get it? Did you get I think it's in the mail. Like I'm seeing like a actual letter. Maybe you haven't gotten it yet. Interesting. All right, so let's see, Nina. Let's see what you pull up for the card. Did you move? So I'm seeing, so this card means that a trip. So if you moved and you got a check, that is how that could be the delay. I do know this is nothing psychic, but I know other people that got a check that haven't gotten theirs yet either. So that could be that. But so mentally, so for other things, because I was just asking about you. So this can also be about mentally leaving something behind. So let's pull an oracle card and see what else you got with that. Yeah, Nina, your check is coming. And so I can see a letter. It's in a white envelope, which most of them are, so that's kind of easy. But it's coming. It's a check. Daquan, stop. Okay. So there's so we've got the Six of Swords, right? Yeah, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is traveling away from rough waters to smooth waters. So when there's something you're leaving behind, and then the spring equinox, this is about a rebirth. And this card, rabbits represent abundance, and she looks like she's got affluent, she's abundant. So with your question, this is coming. So not that you're going to be extremely abundant with $600, but hey, it helps. So that is where your check is. And Heather, my lovely niece, would like a general reading. Sometimes my deck does not shuffle right. So we have here, we have a new beginning. The Ace of Swords is new beginning with, this is in regards to communication. Do you give presentations of some kind to some people? So I feel like this is about you standing up and talking to people or presenting your case. So like if you need to go to a boss and present, hey, this is why you should give me a big fat raise because I'm awesome. You're giving a speech. So this is about communication. So there's new beginnings coming for that. And let me pull an oracle card for you as well. And you got purification and rain. So what I'm picking up with this, this is fear. So letting go. So I talk about this thing that I do in the shower. Now I use Reiki with it, but you can do it. You can do it in the shower. So what you do is you get into the shower and you turn on, obviously the shower. So you stand under this stream of water, and what you do is you visualize the water washing away any negative energy, anything that is not for your highest good, and you visualize it being washed off of you and going down the drain. And I know that sounds perhaps simplistic, but when I do this or when other people do this, it really honestly feels like you feel lighter. So make sure that you're doing that. Plus, there's a lot of heavy stuff out there. I mean, like anybody can do this, not just you, Heather. So new beginning, purification. Okay. And is there any other questions? I don't think there are. Let's see. Oh, wait. Destiny. Destiny would like a card. Wondering what should I be doing right now or any advice that I should be taking into consideration. So you want to know about your past. Destiny. Okay, so this 5, 6, 7. One of these days I'm going to be able to do this backwards. Okay, so Destiny, what this card can mean a few different things. So this traditionally means there's somebody doing something sneaky, or you're doing something sneaky, and it's upright, so nobody's getting caught. No, is that right? No, you are going to get caught. So you will figure it out, but that's not the meeting for you. So I'm focused. So do you see the yellow? This is happy, right? So this is talking about, to me, my feeling is that you need to leave a situation with what you can get. So you see how he's picked up all these swords and he's left these two. It's like take what you can and like forget the rest kind of thing. So this can, but these are swords. So this is like a mental situation. So if you're in a situation with, so like, we'll just say, like if you're at a job and you have you have a hard time with your boss. So the boss has taught you a lot of things. So you can say, okay, you treat me like crap, but you've taught me a lot of things. So I'm going to take the things that you've taught me and I'm going to get the hell out. So what that means is that you're taking the things, it's like the take what you like and leave the rest kind of thing. So I would be really careful about the people that you're around. Look at their motivations, because I feel like there's some people around you that might be kind of toxic and not being really good for you. So just be aware of that. And let's play your oracle card. Whoop. Let's do that again because they kind of fell out of my hand. And yeah, so this goes along that. So it also talks about it being a tsunami and a wake-up call. So what this is saying is that there are people around you that, like I was saying, that could possibly be toxic, and it's telling you to wake up. Because when life gives us lessons, they're small lessons. And if we don't get it, they get bigger. And if we don't get it, it gets even bigger. And then so on and so on until it absolutely smacks us in the face with the lesson. So I would look around and look at the situations that are not serving you, and do something about it before the lesson or the message gets even stronger. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So now we are at 6:30. So that would be the end of the show. So thank you very much for coming. Make sure that you hit subscribe and notify and tell all your friends, because I have fun doing this. It gives me a reason to put on makeup because no place to go. Okay, and if you have any questions, please just message me. Again, if you would like a further reading, anything more in depth, just go to my website, sacramentohealingtree.com. I believe it's in services. Steph, not the wife, will be able to tell you if that's right. Prices, services, I should know this. Anyway, go to my website. There's stuff there. And again, on Facebook at Sacramento Healing Tree, on Instagram at Sacramento Healing Tree. I have Twitter, but I don't know what my handle is off the top of my head. So I love you guys all. Please remember to go out there and be kind to people, because it's a rough world right now and the world can use extra kindness. So have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.